Hi there, this is Caroline from Ezine Excellence, and I help coaches get more clients with email marketing. Now, do you ever have troubles coming up with ideas to write in your newsletter each week? Do you stay awake at night thinking, oh, what am I going to write this week? I don't know what to write. Well, here's a cool little tool that I came across recently that might help you. It's called Tweak Your Biz Title Generator, and it's really cool. And you can find it at tweakyourbiz.com. I wrote out the URL larger here so you can see it. tweakyourbiz.com/tools/title-generator. And what you do here is it's really simple, and it tells you what to do. Just enter your topic and go, and you can tell it whether it's a noun or verb and how you want the results to look. As a title, in other words, every word with a capital, like a sentence, so just the first word with a capital or in all caps. And you can just put your ideas in here. So example, I could put newsletter subject lines, perhaps, and click on submit. And then what you get is all of these ideas for not only subject lines, but also ideas to help you come up with what to write about in the article that you're working on. And it gives you all sorts of categories. It gives you a bunch of ideas for lists. So, for example, apply these 7 secret techniques to improve newsletter subject lines. Newsletter subject line awards, 7 reasons why they don't work and what you can do about it. There's tons of ideas here just on subject lines that I could take, and I would tweak them even further myself, but you could just use them as is. And there's tons and tons and tons here. Another category is best. So, for example, best newsletter subject lines, Android apps. So I would probably put a 4 in there, best newsletter subject lines for Android apps or about Android apps, or just get rid of the Android apps and just use best newsletter subject lines and maybe tweak that even further. So there's a bunch of things using in the best category. There's also a how-to category, how to sell, how to rent, how to learn, how to teach. There's also a questions category. So, in other words, the topic as a question. There's a love category, all in love with newsletter subject lines. There's a sex category, celebrities, so how to work a celebrity into your topic, what Google can teach you about newsletter subject lines, what Donald Trump can teach you about newsletter subject lines. I don't know if Justin Bieber can tell us anything about subject lines, but there you go. Secrets. Secret is often a good word to use in headlines and subject lines. People like to know secrets. We love gossip. Snarky topics. Things around business. How green is your newsletter subject lines? And as you can see, sometimes the grammar here is not exactly perfect. That's okay. This is just to give you ideas. Motivation, problems, and then kitchen sink, which is just a mishmash of stuff. So those are different categories that they give you. And then they give you all of these ideas they have given you in a big long list here, which you can print or download. So you can download this and use it in the future for ideas ongoing. And as you can see, there are many, many, many here. So you could quickly come up with a couple of years worth at least of possible subject lines to use in your ezine. What if your topic is not newsletters? What if your topic is how about staying motivated? Let's put that in, click submit. Let's see what it comes up with this. So in lists, apply these 6 secret techniques to improve staying motivated. That's not a bad subject line. Staying motivated on a budget. And again, these are just ideas to spark your imagination, and then I'm sure that you could write a little article on this. And you can see that there is a pattern. Let's see, it mentions Android apps again here. So there's a pattern to these results, no matter what the topic is. But once again, it gives you all these different ideas, and then it gives you the whole list that you can save by printing or downloading. Or how about how to get out of overwhelm, something I see a lot of my clients struggling with. So let's submit again, and once again it gives us lots of ideas on how to get out of overwhelm. So here's 50 ways to avoid how to get out of overwhelm burnout. And again, the grammar, the phrasing isn't great. That's okay, because we could work with that. We could change it to 5 or 10 ways to get out of overwhelm, or 5 ways to avoid burnout. And I'm sure if burnout is something that you write about or something that your clients and customers deal with, I'm sure you could come up with 5 or 10 ways to get out of overwhelm or avoid burnout in the first place. So once you have your title, play with it a little bit. You want to, most of the time, keep titles fairly short. I wouldn't go over about 10 words in your title, so try to aim for that. And then, so let's go back to that one we were just talking about. Here it is. There's 50 ways we were going to change it. So let's just throw this into this Word document. So let's say it was going to be 5 ways to get out of overwhelm. And then what you can do to build your article is just write down your 5 points. So 1, 2. So just a few words for each. Once you've done those, once you've written your 5 points, then go back in between and write 2 or 3 sentences for each to explain them. Maybe write a little introduction and a conclusion, and your article is done. It does not have to be that long. Once you've done that, you'll probably find you have 200, 300, 400 words maybe, and that's plenty for a blog post or a newsletter article, and you're finished. So again, it is tweakyourbiz.com/tools/title-generator is where you go for this, to give you ideas for subjects and subject lines to write about in your newsletter next week and the week after, and many, many weeks after that. You can see it will give you tons and tons of ideas to get you started. So I hope that helps. And if you want to talk any further about this, or if you'd like some help not only with writing your articles, but also publishing your newsletter, getting it out to your mailing list, growing your mailing list, contact me. You can find me at ezineexcellence.com. Bye for now.